Good morning. Apple is sitting right at the top of my previous day 15 box. And this is where traders get trapped trying to guess. If price clears 321.98, buyers may have room higher, but if it loses 320, 45, sellers can take control. Let's build the plan before the bell. What's good, YGO family? And it's TJ, and welcome back to the pre-market breakdown, where we get locked in before the bell, so we already know the plan before most traders even open their charts. Today, we're looking at Apple on the 15-minute chart, and I'm keeping this simple. Prices sitting inside the previous day 15 box was really now in the pre-market is right above the previous day 15 bucks. So I'm not guessing direction. I'm waiting for price to pick a side. So even though it's right above when market open, let's see what happens. Um, Here's what the chart is showing me. This is what I'm seeing. Apple has moved had moved down yesterday, as we saw here. It was moving down yesterday, so we got in for a good put. But today we're seeing that buyers are trying to reclaim price, and so they moved. So as you can see in the post market and pre market, how's they're still moving up, but this could be just a liquidity sweep where we come. Let me go to the regular time frame where price could come up. What I'm anticipating that it could come up and try to fill this gap, which would also fill that look well, get all that liquidity and shoot back down. Again, we don't guess, we don't go ahead, jump ahead, or anything like that. We let market prove what they're going to do. So um, we don't chase either. So even though when market open it might shoot up, don't chase it. Let it come back down to prove that it's going in that direction. So what I'm looking for, if it do shoot up at market open, let it come back down to the previous day 15-minute high and hold. See if it's going to hold, or is it going to go down, going to break and continue to go down to the previous day low. And again, even though it breaks here, we don't just hop in. We wait for it to come back, test and hold to make sure it's going to stay, and then we get in with volume with a closing candle. So that's what we're looking at. We see that the EMAs, which is my 21 and my 8 EMA, which is underneath. So that's another thing. As long as that 8 EMA is underneath the 21, I'm still seeing um, selling pressure. But if they cross, I know over here we got to cross here. But let's see what happens with my EMA. That's just another confirmation for me. Um, but the trade is not automatic. I still need confirmation after the open. Let me do a quick explanation of what I mean by the previous day 15 um, box. Basically, it comes from the previous day 15-minute candle. So from yesterday, this is the 15-minute, the last 15-minute candle. I marked the high and low of it, so because it gives me a clean battle zone for the next session. Today, the top of the box is 321.98. The bottom of the box is 320.45. Above 321.98, buyers have room, like I said. Below 320.45, sellers have room. But inside here is patience. We don't trade. That's a no trade for me. So here are the levels I'm watching. Again, it's 321.98. That's the level buyers need to reclaim and hold. 320.45. That's the level sellers need to break and hold. Apple get If Apple gets above this, I know it's repeating, but I want it to sink in for you. If Apple gets above here and hold, the upside target is 324.78. That's target one. Then if it keeps going, that's target two is 326.71. And after that, then we have 329.83. And we see here that's like the for Apple, these levels come from using ATR, looking using liquidity as well as seeing what price reacted before um, on a higher time frame. So as we move to a higher time frame, we can see that there's still selling pressure. That's why I said, even though I look at 15, I take all that in consideration. So that's the reason I said, well, that's why we don't chase, we don't guess, we allow the markets to tell us exactly where movement is going. So, and so for my put scenario, if it loses 320.45, my first take profit is 318.54. Second take profit 316.61, and the third take profit 313.49. Um, so that's the bullish plan, and here's the sequence. After it breaks and hold, I usually drop down because I usually drop down to the 2 minute for my entry. So on the 2 minute, I wait for it to come up, break and hold, and go and then move back up with uh, with volume, with real volume. So I look for some volume to go in and to show that we are moving that way. So a closed candle, 2 minute closed candle, green candle above here, and then followed by another green candle. That's usually what I like to see moving up, and my EMAs and everything else intact for that. And same for the bottom. I look for a red candle close, and then followed by another red candle with volume. That's to get me in and hold. Again, my risk, to manage my risk. Once I'm in, I put my stop loss on the other side of the previous day 15 low if I'm going for puts, and under the 321.9, the previous day high, if I'm looking for calls. That's where my stop loss would go, or the below the candle, below that. So just to protect, because it's not about how much money you can make. As you know, it's all about how much you can keep. So today's plan is simple, and like I said, if you need me to do this, if you're watching other tickers that you would like me to show, just let me know, and I'll do that in a video as well. We can go. I can add that to our video just to give you some options to look at. But today's plan is simple. Above 321.98, I'm watching buyers control. Below 20.45, I'm watching seller control. Inside the box, I'm staying patient. Um, Also, this is a disclaimer that I failed to say at the beginning, but we all know that this is for educational purpose only. You have to manage your own risk. This is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence, because with trading there is a risk of losing money. So, this is just what I'm looking at. This is just what I see, and when I and what how I normally play. So just giving you something to look at. But if this helped, I would like you to, hit the like button, subscribe, share this with another trader who needs a real plan before the bell. Share this with other um, people who that that could benefit from it. Again, comment and let boost it. Let me know if this helped. Let me know how I can get better, whatever that can do, because all I want to do is help everybody. As always, this is You Got Options. Study the levels, wait for agreement, trade with discipline. This is TJ. God bless y'all. Happy trading.